thought I would take a video of the 34 as we start to dry fit it and make sure the fenders and running boards are fitting properly, the hood, the grille, etc. So as you can see, we've got the driver's side front fender set up. There's a few little tweaks we have to do. It's been mostly restored. And as we come up to the hood's fitting fairly well, but he has to do a little bit of tweaking in here, a little more metal shrinking. If you notice the top of the hood, we've been doing a little metal shrinking in this area. The seams are starting to fit nicely on the doors and all the way around. We've got a little bit of work to do on those lower sills, but the running board is fitting nicely, as you can see on the driver's side. As we move back to the back of the Roadster, the rear fender is in place. Of course, the fender welting isn't in place, but the fenders are fitting, very nicely on the car. We of course got the convertible top in place just to make sure that it fits properly. As we walk to the back of the car, and it's covered because I just wanted to get dirty. As everyone knows, body shops are fairly dusty. You can get a good idea looking at the Roadster from the back. We've fitted the taillights in place on both the driver and passenger side. That lower rear pan isn't in place yet, but it's been fitted. It fits fairly nicely. And as you can see, the fenders look pretty good on the car. Now as we move to the back of the car, we've got some work to do on the rumble lid and the gapping. The gapping is just a little too wide on the lid, all the way around the rumble lid. See if I can pop that open. It's a nice tight fit. So we move into inside. A few things we need to do on the rumble lid brackets. We still don't have the bolts, of course, on the latch itself. And then, of course, we still have to put there's a little rectangular pieces that go in either corner of the, where the rumble lid fits. Get a good look at the passenger side door. And down on the passenger side of the rumble seat. And of course, the driver's side door. We put the dash in. The dash fits fairly nicely in that new wood with the steering column so that we can make sure that it's all lined up. Let's close this up. Back up, and of course the rear fender, it's fitting nicely. And moving down to the running board, we haven't put the front fender on the passenger side yet, but I'm assuming it's going to fit as well as the fender on the driver's side. Door gaps look good. Again, we've got some work to do on those lower sills there. They need to be massaged a bit more, cleaned up. But these door gaps look good. And the passenger side door. Nice gaps all the way down to the running board. Opening the door. Yeah. It's looking good. We did leave the original wood in the door. It wasn't that bad. There wasn't any rot in it, so we decided not to replace it. This top piece will need to be cut, or the door panel won't fit. You can see the opposite door. You can see it's quite a bit shorter. And of course, looking at the driver's door. Again, the driver's door is original wood. The cowl wood, of course, has all been replaced. We've got Roy Nasowitz's floorboards. They fit like a glove. He sure does a beautiful job on rebuilding those. We've got the tunnel for the transmission is fitting nicely. And as I said, the dash fits fairly nicely. And we're still working on these sills here and getting them to fit properly. Got a little more work to do there. But it's coming along nicely. A little bit of work to do on that hood. And then around to the grill. We did buy reproduction here, and we've decided that we're going to go back to the originals. The originals just fit so much nicer. You know, it's been amazing. Any reproduction parts that we did buy, they don't really fit that well, and they need massaging. Holes don't line up, you know, as you can see here. So we went back to the original. Cowl is looking really good on the inside. And you can see the fit of those Roy Nasowitz floorboards. I'd recommend those to anybody. We didn't have to do any modification to them. The grill has been restored. And as I said, those fenders are fitting very nicely. You know, this is an original piece here, so you got a little bit of massaging to do in here to get that gap to slide in so that it's flush to the grill. But as you can see, the original part, it fits so much better than the reproduction. So we've decided to stay with the original. Back up. Let's open the driver's door. Oop. Again, all the original wood. Passenger side. And again, we've been working on the sills. Sills are starting to fit very nicely. The doors are nice and tight when they close. Now, we haven't finished the top of the sills off because our plan is to remove all the sills, remove all the wood, and spray the DuPont primer in behind the cowl, and then we'll replace the wood and put it all back into place. But we wanted to make sure that the dashboard fit nicely and that the steering column mounted in place. You can see the package tray. It fits nicely. And then back into the rumble area. You can see the cover hole, that rectangular hole back there for the gas tank. Floor and everything's looking very good. Within the next 2 or 3 weeks we should be getting this into the paint booth and putting it on the rotisserie and priming it. And at that point in time, I'll take the frame back and they'll paint it all up, and I'll put the engine and the drivetrain back in, and by the time I have that all assembled, we should be ready to bring it back to the shop and mount the body and the fenders and running boards and all the pieces back together, and then I'll bring it back and put the interior in it. Do another walk around. We do have the other fender. It's laying right there on the floor. They've done a great job on these fenders. You know, same thing here. They've been working on these gaps to make sure these gaps are. And I hope I'm going slow enough. I know it's always annoying when you look at a video and you're moving so quickly that you really can't get a sense of what the car really looks like and, you know, what we've been going through. But I'm starting to be very pleased with it, and I think this baby will be back on the road come spring. I can hardly wait to get behind the wheel. So that top will come off here in the next few days, and we can really get into some body work because it's fitting very nicely. And there's the 34 Roadster, missing one fender. It's been a long journey, and we're getting closer and closer as time goes on. So stay tuned. I'll be back.